Okay, earlier today I went around the yard and did an assessment on which project I wanted to start with. But of course I messed it up, and I was taking video when I thought I wasn't and was anyway. So I have a lot of pictures of my feet walking around the backyard. But anyway, this is papyrus. Okay, so one of my first projects could be propagating this papyrus. It's beautiful and I want to use it elsewhere in the yard as well. So anyway, it's as big as I am, it's as tall as I am, and I've been learning through YouTube that you can do it through cuttings, and you can also do it through separating the rhizomes down here. And this doesn't even have dirt in it, it's just filled with water. There's a little bit of water left in the bottom of it. Anyway, but to cut that apart, I've done it before years ago, and I had to take a saw to it. It was so rough, and then half of it died, so I'm kind of scared too, but anyway, it's an interesting thing. And then over here, this plant's okay, though it needs some water. This one's an aloe vera plant, and it needs to be separated. It was a small plant and it grew really well, so I'm thinking about taking it and separating it and putting the big part of it in this one over here. Okay, then project choice number 2 is to get rid of all these dried grasses and weeds here. I cleaned out the part that you can see the bricks on. That was as messy as this when I started, and that made me really tired. Oh, we have a cat back here. That's cute. So we have a cat back here, and then we have, oh, let me get that, and another cat right here. So cute. Anyway, and then this area, oops, hi, sorry, I scared her. This back in here has flowers that I didn't even plant, but they're beautiful. So I'm not going to mess them up. And I don't want to mess up the cats either, but there's still plenty of stuff that I can clear in here to make it look nicer. And all this is ice plant, which I had planted way back over there, and it spread and the vines came down on it where I planted it, but the ice plant right now is growing on top of cement, which is kind of weird. And the other day I cleaned out all this mess. It had really high weeds and overgrown, and so it looks cool, so I'm really happy with it. It got me all excited about everything. And here's one of the projects I really want to do. This retaining wall, it took me forever to make it. And of course I have to finish the tiling over here and also along the bottom. So I have to finish that last little partial down there, and also over here on the side. I don't know if you can see it in the sunlight. Anyway, it needs to be tiled there, and you can see the top is really dirty, but anyway, I have to clear out all this mess. I have to dig out the roots of that bush, and I have to somehow close that gap there because the dirt falls through. So I've got to figure that out too and finish that tiling. So this is a project I really want to get to. I really like it. And this is a project that I keep doing and redoing and redoing, and then it grows over again. Because I cleared away this wall. It had vines on it as thick as back over there. And here's all the dried vines that I pulled off the wall. And I also have to finish painting it back in there too, as you can see. I really liked making this one right there. This is my first thing that I made over here on this side of the back wall. Unfortunately, at some point, bees got inside and made a beehive out of it. And so to save the bees, the beekeeper had to cut through this and pull out the honeycomb. And then at some point I gotta fix that. I don't want anything to go back in there and live in there. So, okay, but here's this mess over here. Okay, let me get a little bit closer. So this is beautiful back here. With all the lemons, the lemon tree. And then back in here, this old tree, it's been here for a long time. It's seen better days, but it's still producing lemons, so I'm happy with it. This limb over here now has died. I've cut quite a few limbs off of this. I got to cut that one off too, but there's still plenty of life left in it and other limbs. So anyway, I got to clear out all this mess, but that one is not on my first priority. And there's that flower again that's so pretty that grows all by itself in my yard. So anyway, this is a project, but it's not the first on my list. I need to clear out back there. It's kind of cool, but I do need to clear out all this dried stuff and throw it away. That's why the bucket's right there. Okay, so then we come around to the beginning again. There's my wall.